Oakland Vallejo, the Bay Area, stand up. I'm from that town. She from Vallejo. Said let's collab. She said okay. We all should play. Hot potato. Whoever got the hottest challenge accepted. It's me, I'm the best. Like creative players on hunters, no less. The lines in your forehead just told me you stressing. Got G-O-D on me side. Ooh, he blessed me. All the lies they tell it's a vaccine. They're acting it's so bad like it's wrestling. Keep my circle so small it's insane. If you made the cut then you're part of my team. Just like bowling at pint golf strikes no gutter. Attracted to the mind but I like mine's hooder. She gotta have a pretty face too.
Hello, 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 hello. Let me remove that. Hi, y'all. I am back. Happiest of Thursdays. What they call it, Friday Junior. We are almost there, y'all. Hi. I have to make myself bigger so you can see me. Welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. I am Mrs. Best. We are here today to go over the finale of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Apparently, this is the season 11 finale, even though we had a season finale, I could have swore a couple months ago. And it looks like we're not getting reunions anymore. It looks like we are not getting reunions anymore now that it's on MTV. I don't know if they're scared to deal with the cast. I feel like the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta cast would be calmer for a reunion compared to Miami, if that makes sense. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get that. But we're here to go over the finale titled Hard Press, Season 11, Episode 31. You guys, we do normally have our co-host here today. James is having an issue with internet in his area. It is not his fault. But we also want to wish James a very, very happy birthday. It is his birthday today. If you are a Mrs. Best Reviews fan, then you are likely somebody who has or subscribes to James's channel as well. So we say to you, happy birthday. You are loved. I hope you enjoy your day. Maybe the internet down. It's the Lord telling you, get off the YouTube streets and celebrate. Enjoy your special day. So we will be wishing James a happy birthday throughout the broadcast. Let's move it on along. That is why he's not here. We're going to get back into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This episode was boring. Like for a finale, it was genuinely boring. I was pretty bored. I don't know if James will feel the same, but I was definitely bored with this episode. It just didn't feel special. It didn't have that finale pizzazz, if that makes any sense. So the episode starts with Rashida and Kirk taking a picture, together as a family, which it's nice, but I remember when they took this picture and it made the internet and the people roasted them. I understand how people feel. I feel like Rashida and Kirk's marriage, just with all that's happened, I can't take it seriously, but they're trying to take it seriously. And they have blended the you-know-what out of their family. So I think that's good. A lot of people struggle with that. I'll give them that positive because I'm in a good mood today. Y'all. Moving it along, we see Carly Red and Jessica White talking about how Jessica panicked and went crazy on Kai. Now, Kai is the dude Carly's been dating, who she found out's got a million different people, and she said, I'm a cheat back and all this crazy stuff. She still has him living in her house, and he don't have his job no more. That's the word on the street. He's not even with the label anymore. So I don't know. Carly has a habit of ending up in situations where you could kind of look at her like, okay, are you getting taken advantage of, or are you just a dingbat? I think it's a little bit of both. Maybe he can't afford to keep up with them white ass teeth now that he's not with 1501. But Jessica does not like Kai. I was actually surprised to see how close Jessica and Carly Red became to each other. I was genuinely surprised. I was like, oh, okay, they're really, really close. But it's a good thing. Jessica is looking out for her friend and says that Carly has other men, and she doesn't understand why she is still putting up with this Kai guy. So Carly is still talking to Summers, the guy who she got caught with by Kai, the one she cheated back with. She's still talking to him. Carly has to be doing this for TV, or she really is just not good at dating. I know everybody like to call her Carly keep a man red, but she's keeping the wrong ones. like the one she married who ended up putting his hands on her. I don't know. She just has a habit of choosing the worst men. And at some point at Carly's big age, I feel like you need to start learning from your mistakes. Like it shouldn't take the rest of us looking at you crazy and saying things. But Carly is Carly, y'all. So she gonna say to the camera, "I'ma stick beside him." Okay, Carly. Okay. Stick beside him and please reverse whatever you did to your face. Please. It's okay to age. It is okay to age. Move it on, you guys. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. If you are a part of the live replay, gang, was good. Thug Life. I love you guys. If anyone is wondering where James is, it's his birthday today. He also has no internet. Series of unfortunate events, but he is surrounded by loved ones and we will send him love through thy channel. Feel free to go find him on the Watch Your Mouth Reviews Facebook, or not Facebook, Lord, the Watch Your Mouth Reviews YouTube channel. The link is in the description of this video. You guys just click it and you should be able to subscribe to James's channel. Best way you could say happy birthday. Let's get him some channel subscribers and all of those things. Moving it along, we see Rennie Rucci and Sierra meet with Saucy Santana. Why? The first thing I asked, and my hair braider asked this too, why is Saucy still here? I have nothing against him, but it seems like they only brought Zell back because he was dating Saucy at the time. And they weren't even that interesting on the show because of all that they were going through. So, and you would think it would be like, oh, he's busy, this and that. Obviously, he has time to film, both of them, but it's, I don't know, their relationship just did not give. I knew it wasn't going to last when they announced it before the show even premiered, though. Like, I know everyone thinks of it differently, but for me, they just both seem like the alpha in the relationship. And yes, you can be that even if you're more feminine, but yeah, that's what it feels like. I don't think they would ever work together. But Rennie Rucci and Sierra are meeting with Saucy and they ask what the hell is going on with himself and Zell. And Saucy says that he was letting Zell know that he does not want to be with him anymore. He also admitted to cheating on Zell, says that he felt bad, said that Zell was a good boyfriend and that he is not ready for a relationship. I don't know. My thing is, it was like gaslighting. Like I was just watching it happen. Like how you gaslight somebody who's not even there, Saucy? Because if you know that you're not ready to be with someone, then why say yes and choose to be with them? That's the number one error Saucy made. Then 2, if he was a good boyfriend, then what are you mad about? 3, you're the one that cheated. You say Zell did not cheat. So again, he did not cheat. He treated you right. He moved to Atlanta for you. You say he was a good boyfriend. You say that you were the problem, that you wasn't ready for a relationship. And now the problem is that Zell is not accepting this. Child. Saucy, just go be single. Okay, go be a material girl. Go do whatever it is that you have to do, because obviously he admitted he's not in the place to have a relationship. And I do get the feeling that Saucy made that clear, but I feel like Zell still attempted to have something. And, unfortunately, this is where it went. But what Saucy is upset about is Zell was apparently going on social media, talking about him, calling him big bad, getting mad, being petty, all these things. Y'all need to stay off social media. Social media is not for when you're mad. Social media is not to record yourself in a hospital. Social media is not for that. It's to socialize with other people, maybe network your businesses, things like that. But it is not for that. I've been with somebody, the same person, for 15 plus years. We don't post our drama, or if we have an argument, on social media. There's no subs, there's no nothing. It's between me and him, not the world. So I do understand and empathize with Saucy on that, because Dale did say some awful things about him. And Saucy's like, just because you get into it with people, and he used, I guess he and Sierra had an issue, and he used that as an example. He was like, but you didn't say that. It's not just going online. It's the stuff he said. So he don't feel like, just because you break up don't mean you should talk down on people, which I agree. But Sierra and Rennie, can y'all mind your Black-owned business? I hate when people get involved with like breakups. Like, pick a side or a person, support them, or be neutral. I think Married to Medicine was a good example of that. When people y'all know break up or things like that, but like to jump in, meet with somebody just to talk about it. Why? I think they just did it so that the audience could get a solution. But this couple shouldn't have been together in the first doggone place, y'all. That's just my personal opinion. But I hope they both find love, because I actually really like Saucy Santana. And I really like Zell Swag. Just their personalities, I think, are great. So hopefully they find somebody, but they are obviously not the somebodies for each other, is what I shall say. Anywho, moving it along, you guys. Like the video if you have not already. Scrappy and Mendeecees go to get pampering. Kirk comes in without his earring this time. And I'm getting sick of Kirk making comments about Scrappy's single life, because they get to talking about it as if Scrappy's a dog, when Kirk, you are the worst that ever did it. When it comes to, you dogged your wife on and off camera, made babies on her on and off camera, all this craziness. So it's like Kirk has matured. I think I can see like a change in him, just his demeanor. You could tell he's calmed down a little bit. But just because you matured don't mean the rest of us forgot. And you made a damn fool of her. And that's what I think a lot of people need to understand. If you choose to forgive somebody for cheating, I don't think Rashida will ever go a day where somebody's not coming for her on the internet, or her marriage, or her choice to stay. And she seems to be fine with it. So, which we will see later on in the episode, her marriage ended up coming up. But basically, they start talking about Bambi and Scrap in this whole thing, which I'm tired of. I really am. But Scrappy says he served Bambi with some papers for court because she's making a children's book, and he feels like the children's book discloses and discusses things that are personal within their household, marriage, blah, 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 blah. Scrappy, just tell the truth. You mad at that girl for coming for your mama the way that she did, because there's no reason for you to be mad at a damn children's book. What is a children's book really going to tell the world about your divorce? I can imagine. What is she going to put in there? And daddy cheated, so mommy had to take her to the, like, no, I don't like some of the stuff that Bambi does, but at the same time, I don't feel like that children's book was disclosing anything about the marriage, because if parents are buying this book and saw her discussing and disclosing things in her own household out there, like in a way that was not appropriate for kids, I guarantee you we would see people protested, get petitions online. People would say something. People do not play about their kids. So I feel like Scrappy is just being petty in this moment. And it's not okay. People just be having kids and doing stuff without any care in the world. You got to think about who you deal with, because y'all two swore you wanted to be together, done went against Erica and all this other stuff. Now it's like a weird toxic sister-wife relationship with Scrappy in the middle. Is very strange. But I don't think serving your children's mother is the appropriate thing to do. I think you should get behind your mama and maybe help her with a strong countersuit to get her suit dismissed. Because I love Mama D, but a lot of what she does sometimes do be a little bit too much. Especially in recent, I'll say, especially since he's been with Bambi. This is not the same Mama D and the stuff we used to see when he was with Erica. This is not that at all. This is a far grander scale. So I don't know. I'm tired of Scrap. But moving on. And I'm wondering who the women are that want Scrappy. That is, child. Not everybody that's grown is a full-grown man. I'm going to just say that. But Mendeecees is upset. He's there as well, and he's upset about Yandy. Says that she's moving forward with the egg retrieval process and has no reason to have any concern for anybody's feelings except for herself and Keisha. To y'all who was defending Yandy, this is the thing. When you get married, you have to be concerned, or if you're even dating someone, with your partner's, feelings. You didn't consider him. And I have a feeling if she would have tried to talk to him first, instead of just doing it and then talking to him after, expecting him to be okay with it, try to bribe him and stuff, I feel like he would have been bothered, but could have warmed up to the idea. But I think that statement is what a lot of people are missing. Yandy did not have any regard for anybody's feelings, not her kids, not her family, not her friends, not her husband, not her mentors. She's only concerned about what Keisha wants. I understand that Keisha's important to her, I actually think their relationship is beautiful and admire the loyalty and respect they have for each other. However, if I saw my sister or cousin, whatever the hell, somebody I care about struggling in their marriage so that they could give me something when I can easily go adopt or use the money I make from the salary she's already paying me, I would stop just off the strength of I want my people that I love to be happy. Keisha don't give a damn. She said, I want my gift. No one will rob her from this, and I'm over it. But I do think that Mendices is right. Yandy has no care for how anybody feels about this. And I know some of y'all are like, no, she shouldn't. Well, in the case of the fact that they are not legally married, she shouldn't, because until they're married, she should be able to do what the hell she wants. They can sit up there and play house. They can be common law. They could pay bills together. They could do whatever they have to do. But at the end of the day, they are not legally married. So there's that. But if they are legally married, what she's doing is a little bit foul. That's a big deal. And then finances impact couples, kids impact couples. She's trying to do both. She's putting her body through this. It just doesn't make any sense. So I do feel for Mendices, but at the same time, am I going to leave my partner because of this? No. Now, if Yandy's egg is fertilized with like Keisha's husband or something versus a random sperm donor, that would be effed up. But we don't even know all of that because this bull BS storyline that we've had hasn't even given us the doggone details. Like we just seen her cousin Keisha with that terrible wig crying about how she won't be robbed. And, you know, Yandy, one minute she's a councilwoman, the next minute she is fighting for change. The next minute she's being messy with the cast. Then she's adopting daughters. This is not the only thing she's done without regard for him. So listen, as quiet as it's kept, what y'all don't understand is if you choose to stick beside somebody while they do time, that does not give you the right to throw that in their face or to do whatever the hell you want. You still got to move like you're in a relationship. And if you're not, then exit, because the end result is after so many years, they get tired of it, which we're seeing with Mendici. But I also want to say, I don't believe Yandy's storyline. And I haven't since she has joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. The only storyline that was slightly believable was Infinity, the young lady that she decided to adopt and care for when she started to have issues with Infinity after Mendices came home. I do think that that was something that was legit and genuine. But outside of that, this egg process and all of that, I do not buy it. I just don't buy it. But if it is real, I do hope that they work it out. That's what I'll say, y'all. Moving on. Rashida, the fashion show for Pressed. She is going to be having a fashion show for Pressed. Now, I was confused because usually when someone has a fashion show, it's like the designer. I want to know if she designed all these clothes because Rashida can dress. This is not shade at all. Rashida can dress. Her hair is always top tier. Her makeup is always top tier. She really is a beautiful woman. But separate from that, she knows what to do. So I'm surprised to just see Pressed make a comeback because they were working on the restaurant and all of this. And I feel like they don't need to be on this show anymore. There's like no growth with them on the show. There's growth within their marriage personally, but like Rashida don't interact. Rashida don't tell the truth. Rashida does not apologize when she is wrong that often. She also has barely been in these episodes. I mean, if you take all of season 11, 31 episodes, we've only gotten Rashida and Kirk a handful of times in a small handful of scenes. That shows you we don't really need them on the show no more. Same thing with Yandy. I'm over it. I really am over it. I really am tired of it. I just am. But moving it along, she has her fashion show. She's preparing for it. She has models audition inside of Pressed, which was a little strange. But after the audition, Bambi mentioned Scrappy wanted to take her to court about the children's book. And, you know, I'm tired of them too. Like the point of getting a divorce, in my opinion, is to stop arguing and beefing with the person. Why are they still beefing with each other? And I know the easy answer is, oh, they still love each other, this and that. That's the thing. I think a lot of the people that get divorced thought that there was love, but it was just a long burning lust. I don't even fully think it was that, because if you really, really love somebody, there was the small amount of couples that stay together. And I hope I'm a part of that someday. But if you're separated, you're not together anymore, like, and you're suing each other, then listen to your lawyers, shut the you know what up, and Don't speak to each other. Keep it cordial. I don't like how this cast tries to push them together. Let them figure out their own issues. Let them get a court order mediator to help them mediate, co-parenting the kids. And I also started to think that Bambi and Scrappy is doing this just to keep themselves on the show, because then off of the show, they're taking pictures and they're fine, co-parenting with no problem. But then you have Mama D in real time still dropping in the comments. I just get annoyed of hearing about it, y'all. I really get annoyed with hearing about it. I really, really do. Moving it on, Replay Gang, I'm saying hi again. Thank you guys all for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all those good things. Or just, keep us in your back pocket and, keep watching. Whatever you choose. We did see Yandy getting her fertility shots. Y'all already know how I feel about it. I don't like Keisha, for one. I think what she's doing is actually really selfish if you see that your cousin's struggling in her marriage. And why are we against adoption? There are so many kids that need adoption and to be saved from the foster care system before it's too late. I understand wanting to have one of your own DNA, but for those who cannot, that's what adoption's for. So I don't see anything wrong with it, but it is what it is. But yeah, I just don't understand. And Yandy is expecting her husband to help her with this process. Why do you expect for him to help you if he's clearly told you he's not even comfortable with you doing it? That's stupid. That's stupid. Now, if he does say, fine, do what you got to do, but I don't want no parts, you can't be mad at him for that. That's that. I can't stand women like that. Like, you're mad that you're not getting what you want. What about him not getting what he wants? Like, stop, Yandy. Just stop. Stop. Of course, he's not going to help you do what he's against. This is an educated woman. My goodness. That's why I'm like, this got to be fake. It has to be fake. So we did get to the fashion show with Rashida. And I just want to say, now that we're at the end of the season, the purple shirt that Kirk wore in the confessionals, I did not like it. I did not like any of Kirk's fashions this year. But Jessica says that she is starting her in vitro journey and has found a baby daddy, but she's keeping it on the low. I don't think Jessica got no baby daddy, y'all. I think that she is on her in vitro journey, but I get the feeling she's going to do the sperm donor process. I don't feel like the girl got a baby daddy. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't feel like she has a baby daddy. But whatever. Keep it on the low, Jessica. We don't really care. I'm sorry. I don't. I like Jessica when she's going crazy, when she's goofy and drunk, defending her friends. Her fertility journey, especially with what we've seen, I just prefer to, let's see once you're going to the doctor and stuff like that. Don't just be giving us a piece of what's going on. I don't like that. Moving on. Woo, let me find my notes, y'all, because sometimes the whole cast is going to be at this event that Rashida is having. And Spice came in looking a hot mess. Listen, I was getting my hair braided, watching this with my braider. We said, you know what? It's time for Spice to let the blue go. She's done too much plastic surgery, and she has beautiful chocolate skin, and she is just wearing too much blue at a time. I don't understand it. She came in with blue hair, blue eyebrows, blue jacket, blue fit. It's not cute. And I like blue. But I think sometimes, especially when you put in colors and the wigs and stuff, it just starts to look stiff, dry, and extra, extra fake. So I want Spice to stop with the blue. It's driving me crazy. But she lets Shekinah know that she's good with Carly now. She's good with Jessica now. She's made peace with everybody. And Shekinah looks upset. Those are the people you need to watch out for when you're actually trying to heal and become better, when you're actually trying to solve problems and things like that. Like, your friends should not be mad that you cool with somebody else. Like, I don't like stuff like that, but I really like Shekinah. I didn't like her. The last time I liked Shekinah was on that T.I. and Tiny show, and that's just because she was a little bit funny. But after so long, I got tired of her and moved on. And I don't get why she's on this show either, because she don't really interact. And when she does try to argue with the cast, it's like stupid, like that crap she pulled with Carly. Why are you mad at Carly Red for saying you slept with a married man? People been saying that about Shekinah since she was on that T.I. and Tiny show on VH1. Are you going to go be mad and do all of that to them too? And why are you so defensive about that? You probably did sleep with a married man, allegedly. Anywho, but Shekinah was upset about that. Anywho, the cast did good. Everybody walked in the show. The only person whose fashion walk was awful was Bambi. I'm gonna just keep it real. She can't walk. Body is banging. She has the model body and look too, but she gotta learn how to walk. She just has to learn how to walk. But all of the fashions did look really good, you guys. I don't have complaints about that. I think Rashida did a good job. Everything looked good. It came out wonderfully. Really, it looks professional. She did a very good job. But they have Saucy Santana and his knobby knees come and perform. And he's got the kind of music where it's like you'll remember like a line or a hook, but nothing else in it is really that good. And the sad thing is, Saucy Santana can actually like spit. He could actually rap, but I don't know why he chooses to rap like, his friend, that famous one who can't rap, Young Miami. I don't know why he does that, but he performs. Zell looked hella irritated that he was performing, a little bit surprised. After he performs, they have Rashida perform, Put It On to Make Him Want to Marry Me. We was listening to that years and years ago. Rashida, y'all don't understand, when I was in high school, I'm 31, so I was in high school, was it 06 to 2010? Man, Rashida was actually like popular, at least in the Bay. We loved her little songs. We really did. So I'd be forgetting that that's why she was on this show, because she really is love and hip hop and from Atlanta. She fits the description of the show. And I have a strong feeling, now that I've said that out loud, that that's probably the reason why the producers keep her on this show. Because who else is from Atlanta, in love, came from hip hop specifically in the industry? I mean, there's nobody else who's really done that. Erica Banks is here now and stuff, yes, but until she find the love part, I don't know. But yeah, she did okay. The show, though, overall, she did good. So moving on, y'all. At the event, after the show ends, Zell gave Sierra the cold shoulder. And this is where he and Saucy Santana pull each other aside to talk. He says immediately, I miss you, because he done had so many shots. And, he does apologize. And Saucy says that, they are done. For real, for real. They're breaking up. And Zell seems sad. Zell gives me the toxic bisexual friend. That's what it gives me. Like, you just went through all of this with this person and they did you wrong, and you still, because you got some drinks in you, like, hey, what's up? But mind you, these two had dated prior to them breaking up this time. They had dated once before, and it didn't work. I get the feeling that Zell gets drinks in him or Saucy gets drinks in them, and then they come together and then they sober up and they're like, wait, it's not the same. Like, I'm genuinely thinking that that's what's happening between the two. But I do respect Saucy for telling Zell the things that he said about him behind his back to his face. Like, I feel like that shows character a little bit. I don't feel like Saucy's that friend that would do you dirty or, be dragging you behind your back. I just don't. But I think Zell is going to struggle. And I like Zell's swag. I have a soft spot for him. I really do wish him well and hope that he finds love. I do. But you got to figure it out. You can't keep coming at people with the, I like this, I like that. Pick a lane, baby. Like, you got to pick a lane, my dear. So, well, he doesn't have to. But what I mean by that is he says, oh, I'll date men, but I know in my heart I want to have a wife and kids. Men who date men might be like, well, that's not what I want, or they may not be okay with that. So I feel like Zell just has a lot to figure out within himself. I do think James's ideologies and thoughts on Zell and why he's the way he is are actually pretty accurate. I encourage people to check out our previous recaps so that you can hear some of those things. But yeah, I hope Zell and Saucy each find happiness, because obviously they weren't meant to be. It's so hard to do recaps alone, y'all, but I'm still here. If you are still here after these 28 minutes and 53 seconds, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Like the video if you enjoy what I'm saying. Even if we're not live no more, live replay gang, what's good? Be sure to leave a comment. I will happily be responding to your comments, engaging. Tell me what y'all thought of this episode and your opinions. You think you're going to watch season 12? Are you over loving hip hop? And how do y'all feel about there being no reunion? That's a big deal. Big deal. Anywho, moving it along, the group is chatting and stuff after the event, and Scrappy says, baby number 2. And Kirk goes, no, that's the wife. That's the wife. No, like, he don't. So I felt the same way as Kirk until I saw Bambi's Carlos King interview. Bambi admitted to being a side chick. She admitted to getting with Scrap when he was with two other people. So if he want to call her baby mama number 2, he can. I feel like Bambi, what people forget is she is older than him. I feel like she just wanted to have her kids and couldn't find nobody to like really do it, and settled for Scrap. Or I feel like she thought that she would be the one that he would finally, be faithful to and all of that. But regardless, I think calling them baby mama number 1 and 2 is disrespectful to both Erica and Bambi, even though Erica is technically a baby mama. Um, I don't know. I just feel like the term can be negative. Not everybody is a baby mama. There's a difference between, to me, a baby mama and a single mother. There is a difference. Baby mama, that's like kind of trash, low budget parent. But a single mother, which there are lots of who get referred to as baby mamas, take care of their kids. And I don't like that he refers to either of us that, just because I feel like one thing we could say, regardless of how we feel about Erica Dixon or Bambi, they both appear to be good parents. One of them's got kids in college. The other one's got children's books and incomes and stuff for her kids. So they are both good parents and seem to be trying to use their platforms to help their children in any way that they can. And I respect both of them for that. But yeah, I'm over it. Moving on. Here's the thing. If you was a side chickie, end up married, we still going to always remember you are a side chick that end up married. Bambi has spoken. I'm glad that she was honest in that interview. Scrappy has spoken multiple times, but y'all have to come together and take care of these kids. So I don't want to see next season Bambi and Scrappy still getting into it. I don't want to see Mama D coming for Bambi. I want production to talk to these people and say, listen, I know this is real for y'all, but y'all got to find other ways to interact with people and stop coming for each other on camera. It's ridiculous. There's no saying or telling that Bambi and Scrap's kids are going to come out as good as Imani did. Like, different people, different strokes, different folks, they could be impacted by all this toxicity differently. So I don't want to see them no more on this show. So Rennie announces her pregnancy. Good for you, Rennie. I want to see the relationship last. I know that Rennie will take care of her kid. I know that she will do the best thing that she can for her kid to be there. And I actually think having a baby will help her heal a little bit, get her mind off of grief and just appreciate new life, So I think that'll be good. But girl, you don't barely know this boy. You ain't been with him that long. And no shade to Rennie Rucci. I don't know why. Like, I like her, but I don't care. I wish her well. I'm not like excited, I guess. Is that bad to say? But I do wish her well and respect her a great deal for doing this season, considering all that she's been through mentally. I will. And I feel like she's calming down, like, as we've seen her through the seasons. She's someone whose healing journey I think is actually legit. I think Spice is a terrible person and is full of what. I don't think she's on a healing journey. I think this is just the way she is. And I would respect Spice if she would just admit that. But Rennie, I feel like, is actually on a healing journey. And I hope that this baby brings her joy and all of that into that Black Zach young man. Put a ring on it. Make an honest woman out of her. She's having your baby. There we go. So the cast then, and this is the last scene of the show, y'all. The cast then tries to get, I'm going to say, they try to force Bambi and Scrappy to talk. Bambi's always like, okay, I'm going to do it, because I don't want them to make me look like I'm bitter. But we know you bitter behind closed doors. Bambi is just as bad as Scrappy, y'all. Stop defending her. I'm not saying defend Scrap, but I'm saying she's just as bad as him. The difference is Scrap ain't the brightest upstairs. The lights is on, but nobody don't be home. So he'll argue wherever, act a fool wherever. Bambi's smart enough to do most of her messy stuff and her dirt off camera. So they are both the same. And I'm tired of the cast trying to force them. Y'all need to all mind the Black-owned businesses that you have. It just does not make sense to keep trying to force two people to be, when all of y'all are trying to force these people to talk. Kirk, your marriage was a mess. Not exactly the poster board. Can't offer much advice. Amy, you was with a man that obviously had a baby on you, but you ain't really talking about that. Instead, you just got him off the camera. Erica, we barely saw you. Spice don't have a man. Apparently, her man slept with Carly's ex, and Sierra can't keep one either. So I'm like, these are all people who just don't choose. Hi, Shayna. Welcome. This whole cast to me, when they trying to force Bambi, advice do any of you guys have to offer these people? Y'all all in a shit show yourself when it comes to relationships, and it just it does not make any sense. It just does not make any sense. I may be having issues on YouTube, you guys. I'm not sure if you can see me on YouTube, but it looks like you can't see me on YouTube. I don't know why StreamYard does that. StreamYard be getting on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They be getting on my nerves, y'all. Anywho, moving it down on the log. Everybody tries. Thank you, Shayna. Because I was like, it just told me we have removed YouTube from your screen. I'm like, what? Why? So I'm live on Facebook and Twitch and some other places as well, y'all. So apologies. StreamYard will be StreamYard. I know a lot of content creators use StreamYard, so they probably understand my struggle. Anywho, so they try to get them to talk. Bambi's like, they're like, shake a hand. He don't want to shake her hand, which to me was really, really childish. Why don't you want to shake her hand? You've you done been up inside her. You made a whole person. Why can't you shake her hand? That's the stupidest thing. He seems really, really mad. I don't know. I think these two were married and had kids out of lust and stuff. I don't know. I'm not even going to get into their arguments because Bambi called him all sorts of bitches. He was hollering into the camera and all in Yandy's face and doing the most off. And I'm like, what are y'all even mad about at this time? Like, I can understand Bambi being mad because, you know, Mama D been coming for her even when she's trying to mind her business from what we know. But like, in terms of Scrappy, I don't get it. I don't understand what he's so mad at. I just don't. What I will say is the point of getting a divorce is so that you don't argue anymore. Why are you people still arguing? Inquiring minds, I would love to know. You literally paid money and went to court to figure out child support and all these things to not be together so that you could not argue. And all that they seem to do is argue. I'm annoyed. And I know they're like, oh, it's fresh. They loved each other. That's why they're doing all of that. Well, if you loved each other, you should have took your black asses to counseling. But like you chose not to do that. So I'm really just over Scrap and Bambi. I want them to make peace and raise their kids. I don't think he will ever fully grow up, if I'm being entirely honest. I hope he does, but I don't think that. And I feel like if she was with him, like women, we know when our men are going to get it together and when they're not. And that's probably why she chose to leave. So I wish she would just like, don't engage at all. Just go to a lawyer and drop, you know, those things. But I'm tired of these two arguing. I'm tired of this divorce. We've been talking about this divorce now. I feel like we've been talking about it for seasons, multiple seasons. Like, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. So he says in the argument, though, Bambi and Mama D are not too far off. And I actually agree. And they say men marry their mama. So I will leave it there. But that's pretty much where the season ended. There's nothing that happened after that. I was like, is this the episode? I was so bored. For a season finale. I was genuinely bored. Shayna said, y'all should subscribe to Shayna's channel. She's got panels. She's got angry people from the Never Ever Met Sitter comment section that's irritated. She's got good vibes, lots of content. She also recaps scripted shows. That's something I always say I want to do. And then I end up watching the show and it doesn't happen. Like I was supposed to do Power Book Ghost. Is it Ghost? Not Ghost. Which one is the damn one with Tommy? Which, by the way, I love Tommy Egan, y'all. But I can't remember which one was Tommy. But I was supposed to recap some Power episode, and I ended up watching it and partaking and forgetting. Anywho, but yeah, subscribe to her channel. She says they didn't talk about their divorce. What would they talk about? Ooh, bingo. Bingo, 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 bingo. I agree with that comment. I'm going to put it back up there because people be getting at me sometimes for coming at Bambi and Scrap. And I'm like, they don't have a freaking storyline. They don't. They just don't. And I'm starting to think they arguing so that they can both keep a check. Because what we learned through that divorce is both of them are terrible with money. How are y'all on TV and doing 50-50 on bills? I felt her when she said that to him, though. I'm like, we make how much money more than most people make in a year in a check, and I got to pay 50%? And you've been famous longer than me? I'd be mad too. So it's ridiculous. But overall, if I had to rate this season finale on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the absolute best, I would give this a strong 1.3. I was not entertained. And Bambi and Scrap have the same arguments. So that wasn't even nothing new. It didn't feel finale like. I want them to like take their time coming back and figure out what they're doing, because I'm pretty sure James is happy to not be here because of how boring this finale was. But that's it, y'all. That is it. Thank you for bearing with me. If you're here, like the video, all those good things. I appreciate everybody. It is our co-host James's birthday. He's supposed to be here, but he's not here because something crashed in his neighborhood and all the internet in his city is out. He hasn't had internet since yesterday, y'all. So I'm hoping that he gets internet soon. Whenever James does get internet, he's saying that he does want to go live tomorrow to do his updates video. He also has an unpopular opinion that he will be doing. The best thing you could do to say happy birthday is to simply subscribe to his channel. Watch your mouth reviews. The link is always in the description of the video. You can also go on Amazon and buy his book, Fraternity Row. Fraternity Row the Pledge. Let me not forget that part. You can also buy another book that he has written called Blue Ridge. Both of these books are available on Amazon, you guys. Be sure to check that out. But other than that, we're going to end this show slapping, because that's what we do. That's what I do. I like to slap. It's music reviews and TV. Let me remove that. Hey, I know I look tired, y'all. I was asleep right before this live. Isn't it a terrible thing? I was asleep. I like to sleep. Anywho, we're gonna end the live listening to a song. It's also best. My man's Chrome, JLB Music. This is their song Island to Island. I will be back also this Friday or Saturday to do the Never Ever Mets. That show is a hot mess. You guys should watch that on OWN. That show is the hot mess express, like in real time. I don't know what's happening, but the first episode felt like 20 of them. Anywho, y'all, I love all of you. I hope that y'all have the very, very best of afternoons. And I'll see you tomorrow on James's channel.
Oh, yeah. We're flying island to island. Take trips to them beaches full of tender girls. Let's go. We're flying island to island trips. Only to warm a climate beach. Oh yeah. Full of tender girls. Yes. I love flying to Hawaii like it's close to me. Got 5 hours to the land where the ocean breeze. See nigga views, good food, and the woman tender. To the islands with a culture blender.
Tell me something about the water.
It is oh so tender.
Are there beaches everywhere?
Take a drive and end up on the side of the road. This stop it is a must. Take a list. For the waves. Look for the sand. That's where you vacate away. Go ahead and take a dip. Tell them who's out to play. Gather your bands, hit the club and throw them pinkies up. Live life to the max and travel everywhere. We're flying island to island. Take trips to them beaches full of tender girls. Let's go. We're flying island to island trips. Only to warm a climate beach. Oh yeah. Full of tender girls. Yes. We gotta let them
Taking trips to the beach, next stop it's an island. No heights finna reach, cause we gliding and flying. Girl, tell me what you want, I can give you the whole world. I can take you to the top and watch your dreams unfurl. I just wanna ride with you, no one else by my side. When it's time and he starts your line, I'm finna make you mine, baby. Cause you been on my mind lately. Listen, you can have it all, maybe. I just need my money, I'm a ghetto king, do you mind, baby? Show me brighter sunny days on like when the sky's shady. Feeling the breeze as the palm tree sway, baby. Let's get away in that plane and let's vacate. I feel like I'm flying like island to island. If it's you and me, then we smiling and vibing. It comes natural when you steadily grinding. Sagittarius, so that's
island to island trip. Only to warm my climate beaches. Oh yeah. Full of tender girls. Yes. We gotta look up on island.
Mr. Oso.
Dum 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 dum.